Usman Nurmagomedov to decide future, very soon, says Khabib. Published PFL lightweight world champion Usman Nurmagomedov will decide on his future, very soon after becoming a free agent, according to his cousin and coach Khabib Nurmagomedov. Russia's Nurmagomedov knocked out American Archie Colgan in New York last week to retain his title in the final fight on his contract with the PFL. The 28-year-old, who is undefeated with 22 victories, is widely considered one of the biggest talents outside the UFC and has long been touted to eventually sign with the promotion. But the end of his contract comes amid an exciting new chapter for the PFL after the organization merged with Most Valuable Promotions, MVP, last week. In a statement on Instagram, Khabib praised Nurmagomedov and compared him to teammate and UFC welterweight champion Islam Makhachev, before revealing negotiations around his next move will take place over the next month.
So why is everyone suddenly talking about GLP-1?
It's the hormone that helps control cravings, blood sugar, and appetite. Basically, it tells your brain you're full.
Most GLP-1 supplements out there are actually cinnamon or turmeric in a capsule,
Which don't actually support GLP-1.
Edavita GLP-1 is different. It's the first capsule with Akkermansia, a gut bacteria linked to GLP-1 release.
Plus, berberine, green tea, grapeseed, hibiscus, and prebiotics to feed the good bacteria.
Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/7 to explore the details.
Usman has shown and proven over the last couple of years that he is the best lightweight outside the UFC. Not with words, but with his performances, said Khabib. When I said in 2020 that Islam was the best at that time, there were many people who disagreed. Believe me, guys, there are levels to this game. You will see for yourselves what happens next. There will be negotiations over the next month, and very soon you will find out for yourselves which league he will continue competing in. Nurmagomedov's first-round knockout of Colgan was the second defense of his PFL belt and sixth in total after the Bellator title was rebranded in 2025. After the bout, Nurmagomedov asked MVP co-owner Jake Paul for a bonus, to which the American replied, "Next fight, if you get a knockout, I'll buy you a car." Nurmagomedov raised questions about his future in the organization by responding, "Brother, let's talk about today. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow." Following the UFC's event in Belgrade on Saturday, the promotion's president Dana White replied, "Sure," while sporting a wry smile when he was asked about the prospect of signing Nurmagomedov. Paul has been a frequent critic of White and UFC fighter pay, and Nurmagomedov made reference to that in the closing words of his post-fight interview. MVP, they always trash talk about Dana saying he doesn't pay. Now we're gonna see how they're gonna pay, said Nurmagomedov. Money will influence Nurmagomedov's decision analysis. Fans have long wondered how Nurmagomedov would fare in the UFC with his career, following a similar trajectory to cousin and coach Khabib. Former UFC lightweight champion, Khabib retired undefeated in 2020, having won all 29 professional fights, and cementing his legacy as one of the sport's greatest ever fighters. Khabib's game was built on relentless pressure and wrestling, and although Nurmagomedov is fine grappler, he differs from his legendary cousin by controlling fights with an array of eye-catching kicks. Like Khabib, Nurmagomedov is undefeated, but apart from two grueling bouts with Paul Hughes in 2025, he has rarely been tested to his limit in the PFL. Signing with the UFC would open doors to a number of mouth-watering fights, and although the move would be beneficial for his brand and name, financially the prospect is not as clear. The UFC gives about 20% of revenue to fighter pay, a policy which has been criticized by fighters, while it remains to be seen what pay structure the PFL and MVP's merger will implement. Whichever promotion pays Nurmagomedov the most may influence his decision, with the Russian admitting he values money over legacy in interviews following his win over Colgan.